Okay, so in this video I'm going to try and make another bonsai tree from a Ficus benjamina cutting. I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. The last ones I've let the tree grow quite large, probably about 5 to 6 times the size of this, maybe 10 times the size of this, and I've cut it back hard, root pruned it, top pruned it, and then put it in a bonsai pot. This time this cutting is quite young, as you can see it hasn't grown a lot yet. What I'm going to do in this one is I want to make a weeping, kind of windswept, maybe a cascading bonsai. I'm not sure yet. I'll start with windswept to the side and then we'll see how that will transform. I'm just going to go in this pot. As you can see, it's extremely shallow. There's only about 1.5 centimeters there of growing space, so it might be a bit tricky this one, but I'll give it a go and see how it does. So this is a Ficus benjamina. It naturally is quite a large leafed fig compared with some of the other ones. It's not the best for bonsaiing because of the size of the leaf, but I'm going to try and get the leaves really small. You can see here there is quite a lot of variance. That was when it was more vigorous on the mother plant, and that's with the new leaves it was growing when it was younger. So you can alter this leaf size quite a lot, but I'm hoping to get it even smaller than this still. So what I'm going to do, at the moment you can see it's 2 main branches, but I want to have it swept to one side. I was looking at this cutting, it's quite nice, it's already sweeping to one side, and it's also got a lot of branching starting as well. So I'd like that to kind of continue sweeping this way and continue to branch. I think that will make quite a nice little bonsai feature. So I'll put it in the pot first and then I'll cut it, just purely for the fact that I get a lot of sap coming out of these cuttings and I don't want sap all over my hands and all over the table as well. So let's just take it out. It should have pretty decent root system. See it there, it's quite healthy. So I need to take off all the excess soil because it's a very thin pot, so I really need it to make a very thin layer of soil. So I'll start with the top because I actually had to propagate it a little bit deeper just to make sure it was stable. So that there is where we get into the flare where the root system is. I'll just take this a little bit closer so you can see. That's the flare there. Just check it for size. So that's not too far off now. I might try popping that in. See how that goes. Give it a little squish. So it's a little bit too much soil at the moment, so I'll take a bit more out. Take a bit from the bottom as well. Trying to keep quite a bit of the roots, because what I'm going to do next will quite stress it, so I do need quite a bit of root left. You can see there it's very nice root structure though. Lots of fine roots. No large roots. So I'll try that again. Yep, happy with that. It's enough taken off. So what I'll do is I'll just put a very slight cover of compost in the bottom of the pot. I'll squish it in, and then I shall just top up a little bit more on the top and try and keep it straight, because there's not much to hold it up at the moment, so I've got to be a bit careful. There we are. Happy with that. I managed to keep most of the roots, didn't have to cut any off, which is good. There's a bit of root disturbance, but not too great. So there it is now. Stable enough, but we'll have to be careful not to move it too much. So what I'll do now is I'll cut off this stem so that it cascades nicely to the left. You can see it's already starting to bleed. And what I want is a more windswept tree, so I might actually lean it a bit more. I quite like it like that. I'll just twist it around slightly. So that's kind of the shape I'm looking for, coming to the left. But I'd like to reduce the size a lot on these leaves. So what I'm actually going to do is, as this is quite a healthy plant and I haven't disturbed the roots too much, I'm actually going to take off most of the leaves. And so I'm going to take off all of these big leaves here. Now this is defoliating, it should encourage a lot of new leaves to grow, and this should be smaller. Personally, I haven't done it before, so I'm not sure what kind of success I'll have. So that's just all the leaves taken off. Now I can see a lot of side shoots, so they should all sprout, the new leaves. So it shouldn't be too bare actually. It should, from this point all the way up to the end, it should have new leaves on it in a few weeks' time. So I'll leave that for now and I'll see how it goes. I'll do another update. You can see it's quite dramatic. It might really quite stress out this plant, but as I've taken all that branch off and I haven't touched the roots, I'm hoping there's still enough energy in it to survive this defoliation, even though it is in autumn. So I'll look after it, keep it in a bright place because it hasn't got a lot of energy, all these leaves gone, and I'll do an update to see how it does.